So good evening guys, welcome to OTL round 14 at China. I'm joined as always with Jensen, who is going to take us in our hot lap tonight. I'm hoping that he's here so we can launch this lobby.
I am here.
Oh, he's even going to do the hot lap in the Williams this evening.
Yeah, just change up the car a little bit.
Good evening, Lennon. So, we will get a quick run through of what is quite a tricky fast lap. There is many challenges throughout at China. Jensen will run us through a fast lap, then we'll get in the lobby and get ready for what should be a very open race. We've got a championship that was decided last week and a constructors championship. Still some positions further down the order to peg in and guys solidify exactly where they're going to finish in the championship, so it's more midfield ones to watch other than the battle for the championship. Jordan says he's dreading this race tonight. China it's an awful circuit, in my opinion. I would switch out China for Malaysia any day of the week.
Oh, for sure, man. I couldn't agree more.
I think that would be a nice fair trade as well. Similar areas, so it wouldn't be much to deal with. So, as Jensen goes in his out lap, a recap of last week. So, Brock tied up the championship. I think Nelly brought home a P2.
Glock.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Glock tied up the championship. I am such an anus. So we'll go on board with Jensen as he builds up his lap. For some reason it's still showing my marker in the pit lane, although I'm not in the pit lane. So a track full of very, very difficult traction zones. For those on wheel anyway, pad, I was trying it out a little bit and it's not easy, but the traction gains are astronomically different. And Glock is still a wizard for being able to go as fast as he does on Z-Pad. So as you see, Jensen never chose to do a really hard out lap. It's a track where you can cook the tyres very quickly. And a hot tyre at China is not a fun thing, because we have high load corners. So picks the throttle up to open the lap, flicks the car in, take as much of the apex as he possibly dares, let the car drift wide, DRS open, into the long turn 1. It's not going to be much of just a small stab of the brakes, maybe taking a couple of little snaps at the brake as you go through, but it's definitely more of a rolling through all through 1. Flick it into 2, be careful as you pick up throttle, it's one of the hardest traction zones in the track. Jensen takes a tighter line, which is a bit easier for the traction pickup. Keep the car to the right and then drift over to the left through sector 1 in a 23.5. Jensen chooses to go to second, picks the throttle up in third, gets good exit, another very tricky traction zone, then we to our first 2 high speed corners. Jensen, yet he does choose to hold the left hand line to open up the right hander to get the throttle down. Stab of the brakes, tricky there, the car tries to step away but he picks up the throttle well. Down into sector 3, braking about 80 metres. The rear of the car there can be very unstable. And then the other hardest traction zone, pick up the throttle as much as you dare. He has a snap oversteer mid corner on, he's dropped the car. Hopefully he can get back on damageless and just pick up the pace to the last couple of corners and run through them. And we will get adjust.
Horrible traction zones they are there. So
as you see, a very tricky traction zone. I think that had something to do with some tyre temperatures and being on the dirty line as well. It is a track where the tyres scream. So brake about 90 metres for the hairpin. Pick up the throttle in second gear, but half throttle, straight to third, foot down. Let the car open up to get maximum traction. Brake at the 50 metres, take the apex, use the exit curb as much as you dare, and across the line. So we will get into the official lobby. We'll get into the lobby. We have a couple of minutes before title is just wrong. A heads up. What have I done?
Oh yeah, Spain. Spain. You put.
Oh, whoops. We'll just gloss over the fact it says Spain, right, and I'll make sure I change the I don't know if can I change the title actually mid. Let's see if I can change the title midstream. Let's see.
Maybe.
My channel. Let me see if we can make changes. I don't think we can. Oops. We'll call it Spina for the night, right? Mike, you're a clown. Don't be mean. I made a simple mistake. Haas or Ferrari or Alpha for Pele. Let me just get him an invite. Pele Grower. There we go. So an 18 strong lobby. And a weapon to go against Glock and TTG Laser. A person that I know well, I have raced against, and I know Jensen races against. Am I correct, Jensen? Jensen's abandoned me. Oh, he is. And definitely a guy that could take the fight to Glock. We'll see a wheel on pad battle.
I think they're both pad. Laser and Glock.
Oh, I thought Laser was a wheel user. I must be wrong. Pad hacks. Hear that, Glock? Free podiums. Oh, I like that. Nelly. Nelly's calling out. He says, I'm not here, boys, so somebody's got a free podium spot. I like that, Nelly. Yes. Let's jump in and get a lowdown of the points. So we know Glock has won the championship. Nelly in P2 is not here this evening. So he's still got just about a 50-point gap to Sophie, so there's not much there, but the gaps below that: Surge in 4th on 170, Dr. Special Energy 5th on 149, Officer Doofy in 6th on 144. So Dr. Special Energy, Doofy and Surge, that's one to watch. Then Mad G on 120, Matoman on 107, Lee Nell on 106, Hayes on 103. That's a tight fight.
Lee says Laser has no face.
Oh yes, Laser no face. I forgot about this. So yes, if you hear me referencing no face, I mean Laser, but from now on he's no face. I don't know why, but I'll just do as I'm told because I'm a good guy. Oh. So Ginger Bush on P11 and 77, Yusuf on 70 and P12, so that's a close battle. SBW on 13 on 60, Pepper P14 and 59, Mitch P15 on 45, Pashley P16 and 34. Haas have rounded out the Constructors' Championships with 11 wins in the season. Red Bull in second and 323, closely followed in third by Alpha in 315, so that is seconds to play for probably between 4 teams at the moment. Red Bull in 323, Alpha in 315, Ferrari in 305 and Racing Point in 282. Good results for any of the teams, could quite easily make a swing. Mercedes in P6 and 257, McLaren P7 237, Williams P8 and 202, Renault P9 on 196 and Alpha Tauri P10 on 137.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting one tonight. Of course, you have Laser making a debut. You have, I think, another 5 drivers actually.
Some new faces.
Making a debut. Yeah, we've got Pelly, of course, from H1. We've got a new driver, I think a friend of Mitch's from South Africa. I think we've got 2 other guys that didn't get their names: Jay Fletcher, Chopper Harris, and Rana Vaj as well. Just another new driver. So I think we've got 5 or 6 people.
No face, yes. It is. I'm sure on behalf of the OTL guys as well, it's a big pleasure for you to be on board.
And OMG Potato 69 as well.
Oh, we've got 16. Oh yeah, I see that. Chopper Harris, Shivmeister. That's a good name, Shivmeister. Straight out of American Pie, that. Ramavaj. Oh, I don't want to say Vaj too much. I'll just call him Rama, I think. Don't want to get people thinking I'm saying offensive. Oh, Jensen, we have some weather. Now, game on. It's a full map. Let's get some data. We don't really need to see fitted, so we'll have gaps.
Remember, Glock's promise is to keep this not do qualifying.
Oh yes, noise. Glock says noise. Noise. Is that like a noise as in, oh no, I wanted to go it and now I can't, or a noise as in I'm going out because it's raining?
Yeah.
And a flurry of cars out early doors. I wonder if this rain is getting worse.
It'll be, even if Glock qualified, it's not going to be an easy one if he does, because Laser, this seems to be a very, very fast driver as well. So
OMG Potatoes is our first man on track.
Yep.
He seems to be a man with no assists. He's definitely not running traction control because he was very tentative, and he seemed to be very delicate on the brakes. So I think we have a guy with some pace.
Yeah. Also Shivmeister as well, who's also a new driver to league.
So what kind of wet times, Jensen, you're the number cruncher, what kind of wet times are we looking at here, do you think?
I'm saying probably 42. If a fast time, I'd expect, because I've seen Laser do an SFR lap time in the 42s on the inters, so.
And do you know if that was to go on to a wet race or a dry race? Is that kind of dry setup time in the inter running?
It was a half dry, half wet race, so I think.
So maybe an in between setup, somewhere in the middle.
If we see the same times, it might be a dry race. I'm hoping there's a bit of weather in the race as well. Of course, I don't want to hear anything from the drivers about that, as a few guys have started their laps. OMG Potatoes leading the way.
And I think that this is a dry setup because there is a lot of understeer in that car.
Yeah, he is very, very careful on the throttle there, but he did that quite well. Big lock up, but didn't seem to do much. Remember 27. Oh god, big moment for Potatoes.
And he's just, I think he's backed off it now. ERS off, no more. Let's jump on board.
Right behind him, coming through, and Jay Fletcher's just behind him as well.
Let's jump on board with Laser. Yep, he's on the back straight. Who's the guy in front? Is that?
Is
not
Potatoes,
sure.
that is.
Oh, yep. Mr. Potatoes.
The Laser is coming onto the straight here.
So I think Potatoes is going to let him through, so we'll stay on board with Laser.
Bit careful through that section there, onto the straight. Into the hairpin, very, very smooth there. Jay Fletcher not far back from him. And Laser's gonna put in a starting time of a 43.
Oh,
no, it's a 42.
9. So we knew the Potatoes. Oh, I tried to grab Fletch there. He was 1.6 behind on a 44.5, I think. Around about there.
Yeah, the time's coming down.
So, Surge a few seconds away, as is SPW.
As is Schiffmeister as well. The front end looks very, very bouncy on Schiffmeister's car, so you might have a very high front end ride height.
I think we have Linnell at the hairpin coming out to... I don't think that's a fast lap. So we've got on board with Pelly, he's coming up to the last corner. I think Glock's maybe about to put a lap on the board as well. Yep, he goes in a 42.5. So 110 splits himself and Laser. Pelly goes in at P3 in a 43.7.
So Glock, he sees Laser as the threat here. And
Dr. Special Energy gets himself in P6 in a 45 flat. Sorry to jump in there, Jensen.
Yeah, it's alright.
We have Jelly on the back straight, where is Pedro? He's just starting his lap, so I think Jelly's our next man on a fast lap, just coming into the hairpin, second to last
Jake
corner.
Fletcher. Oh, Jake Fletcher, 3 temps up, pushing it very hard through the long right-hander onto the straight. He's coming into the hairpin very late on the brakes there, leaving
Jelly
it
goes
to
into
drive
P7 and a 45.1. Sorry, Jensen.
Jay Fletcher's coming around the final corner. It's looking a good lap. I think he's going to put him in P3 at least, and crosses the line. And it's so close to P3, only 100 off tally.
So the time's starting to compress in that midfield, as they always do. Officer Duffy looking nice and smooth, very tentative.
Here comes Chopper Harris as well. He's going to cross the line. He's going to improve his time and go 44.5. Puts himself ahead of SPW. And there's a yellow flag on the shirt. I think that's...
Officer Duffy does a 47.1, slots into P9. With Pedro in the back straight.
Ramovaz as well, he's second up on his time. It looks like he's going to be jumping a good 5 spots here.
It is very tricky. No face. And I don't enjoy the wet at all.
Ramovaz goes to P5.
So Pedro's flicking it into the last corner. Where is he going to be? Somewhere in the 44s, I think. 44.9, gets himself in the top 10. And he's in that kind of stacked midfield battle in the 44s. I think he'll be quite happy with that first run round. Where is Mitch? I think he may be invalidated now, done a 49.8. And Mitch quite close to P15, so Mitch, maybe the time to gain himself. Glock 210's down sector 1, I've just seen there on his fast lap. So do we already have guys out in second runs, or did guys choose to just go for a second run?
I think they've stacked on a load of fuel there. Jelly's just gone to P6.
So we will need to watch this.
Cater's P12. And there's a yellow flag in set to 2 there. Shivmeister's lost time.
Is Chopper Harris going to improve his 44.5 as he comes through the last corner? Can he get himself up inside that top 5? Very close to... He just keeps sitting on track. No, he's going to be way down that lap. So maybe going for it on the second time round. Ramovaz a couple of tenths up. Can he get himself down into the 43s and creep up in that top 4?
Yeah, he's been improving times and properly aggressive on that throttle, and that's a very nice final corner. He looks nice to the P3.
And he does, P3, 43.6.
And Glock improves.
42.6 for Glock, so he extends that gap to almost 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, it's not much of a gap there.
Where can we jump on our next guy? Maybe on a fast lap near the line.
Starting.
It's Potatoes. No, I think it might be Jelly actually on the back straight coming into the last corner. He's a couple of tenths down, so we don't know if he's going to. He may go to the pits here for fresh boots. No, he's going to complete the lap. He's going to try and find time. Oh, the car was trying hard to break away, kept it in check. Lost a lot of time through that last corner there. Chopper Harris
Yeah.
half a second down as well. I think the guys are starting to struggle, and I find that with Inter tyres. Lienel a 10th and a half up in his. I think this might be his third run. It is.
To Glock, he's coming through the middle sector again. He is 3 tenths up on his time. So he's looking for a low 42, maybe a 41 if he gets the final sector.
Yes, SPW, I'm a donkey. Nothing more needs to be said other than I'm a donkey. And yeah, we're calling it Spiner for the evening.
Yeah, Spiner. What can we need?
So let's see if we can find some other guys. Finding time.
Yeah. Oh, there's been a crash into the pit lane there. I think that was Mitch. Maybe brushing the wall a little bit. Glock is invalidated at final corner. He's lost a decent time out of that as well.
Yep, Pedro got himself up inside the top 10. We'll see if he's going to find some time here. Oh, the car tries to squirm away, puts it into a straight line to try and get the power down. He's going to be derating through the last corner here. Oh, that's going to invalidate.
SPW.
Oh, that's unlucky. And he did improve as well. He was 2.5 tenths up. That got him up back inside that top 10. That's unfortunate for Pedro. So he needs to come round, I think, get a fresh set of boots, get some feel out the car. And I think he can maybe get himself up towards the top 7 here.
So Journey comes into the pits. SPW had a spin on his outlap coming through the long right-hander. Locked it right in the middle of the track left.
Oh, Laser 2.5 tenths up, so he's right in the ballpark to start to challenge Glock here.
Yeah, at the moment, this is looking good. Very.
Oh, that's a good view through the halo. Coming down that back straight. Into the last corner. It's such a tricky corner to pick your braking. It's a corner if you're 2 meters too early, it's a disaster, and 2 minutes too late, it's also a disaster. It's really.
Just before 100. He's in the final corner. And it looks like he's got this lap right. This looks like it's going to be pole, and it is.
Does by just over a tenth, so pressure on Glock. He will have just seen that. He's taking his time. That's very slow, and I think he will come in. Is that low fuel mode?
And Penny's improved.
Pellig is into P3 and a 43.3.
Jay Fletcher.
Lienel as well, I think himself up to P6 and a 44.1.
SPW's not on a lap, Pedro not on a lap, so no one's really on a lap at the moment, unless Laser's gone for another run at the moment. He's 1.5 tenths down though, and always had a moment in the middle sector. He's go back off on that.
Chopper Harsh is maybe just letting somebody through there. Don't actually think there was any incidents in a yellow flag, but I think it's just for cars going through, and it being wet, you come to such a slow speed, the game just thinks it's an incident.
So Chopper Harris on the outlap.
Let's see Surge. Oh, yep, so Surge is bearing a French helmet, a small tribute to Roman Grosjean from, I'm pretty sure everybody knows about it. A horrific crash that he somehow walked away. So his helmet is in tribute to them this evening. We get a good view of it there as he goes through.
Yeah, good little tribute that, and we'll definitely hope that Roman is recovering in hospital very well.
Yes,
but it's unfortunate. But very lucky for him there as well, and very good stuff by the FIA.
Yes, and I think as a lot of people said, if you ever doubted the halo, I think it signed its own fate yesterday for being very necessary.
It silenced any hater of the halo, I think. But it's just definitely shown that's truly saved the life of the halo.
100%. So GG Surge for that little tribute. I like things like that.
I like all the tributes as well. shows the compassion the drivers show for the real situations as well.
Yes, I think it doesn't matter what side of motorsport, whether it be sim or real or regardless. And even if you don't even know motorsport, just watching that yesterday, you knew that it was a nasty incident.
In the mouth. For sure.
So how is Potatoes? Oh, he did improve. Sorry, Potatoes went up to P6 on a 144.0. Actually missed that lap coming in. That was one of the guys I wanted to watch.
He's contested in top 3 here possibly. So coming through sector 1 again. Bit slow sector 1 there. Might be on another installation up for a final.
So Jake
run
comes to the line. Is he about to improve his time?
He
does by just under 2 tenths, but no improvement on the leaderboard.
And there's a yellow flag in the
Dr. Special Energy goes up to P8 on a 44.6.
Crashed.
Oh
Mitch
no!
just crashed. Yeah, he crashed on. Looks like the exit of turn. Oh, I
Jay
don't know exactly what
Fletcher
turn
is half a second up, but an invalidated lap. So he's
yeah,
still using
Mitch,
ERS as well. So I'm unsure.
I think Mitch lost it on the left kink coming in sector 2. Very.
And I think that might be Potato's session over because his fuel light's on. I don't think he's going to have fuel for another lap. He's definitely not on a push lap and he's not got time to get back out on track. So anybody in the pits now that's not leaving, that's their session over. Doofy I don't think is going again. Oh, Doofy's just came out, so time against Officer Doofy there. He's just coming through turn 1.
Well, Brammer's up by a tenth and a half now. And Glock, he's up by 2 tenths. No, he's not. That was just his previous lap. But let's see what he does anyway. Sector 1, 4 tenths up by Glock. He is on fire through sector 1.
Guys, please, if you're tuned in, please smash a like on the video. Sub to the channel if you wouldn't mind. Trying to get the channel to 100 subscribers before the new year, and we're very nearly there.
Only 2 away. Would be very kindly appreciated, you guys.
We would love you for an eternity. Well, Jensen would. So let's go on board the Glock. 7.5 tenths up now, Glock. Oh, yeah. Wow. So maybe the circuit coming to the drivers a little now?
I think he's delivering the goods now. Glock. Champion this season. Utterly dominated this so far. He's looking...
And he was absolutely electric through that corner onto the back straight where everybody's been struggling and Glock just seemed to put the foot down, fine grip and go.
Now look at this hairpin though, he's going to come out of this hairpin, gets on the power so much.
Scary.
Like crazy, he's done that brilliant, and look at that final corner, it uses as much of the curve as possible, and it looks going to be 41, it's going to be 41.9 for Glock.
Wow.
And that is a real benchmark for Laser here, if anything, and this is Laser's final run to try and stop Glock here. He's half a tenth up.
Do you have any guys? I think Officer Doofy. No, so SPW never got his lap and he invalidated. So we have some guys on laps trying to improve. I'm just trying to filter through exactly who is where. So I think Surge is our lead man on a fast lap. Then we have Jelly and a couple of McLarens. So one of the McLarens has went out. So we'll try and filter through everybody coming in for the last runs.
What's happened here? Super Harris in the middle sector is stuck there on the out red. Surge can possibly jump up into 11th, possibly even more if he gains in the final
This
sector.
is looking good here to get him up the board. And it doesn't, he finds another 10th.
Found the time, but yeah, it was so close that P13.
So let's go to, I think, is Jelly coming through the last corner. Can he get himself up inside that top 3? He's looking to challenge it.
Oh, he was very close there. Just under a tenth away from Kelly. And P5 for Jelly. Ramavaja 42.5 for him. Very close to Laser. Laser is only 200s up.
Lee Nell half a second up here as well, so he's looking to get himself up inside that top 6.
And Pelly's lost it.
Oh, he goes a 43.8, not quite, but nearly there. Chopper Harris is on an invalidated lap. Oh, and Pedro's dropped the car as well through the hairpin.
Oh, and
So
Pedro...
Officer Duffy coming through, 1.4 seconds up. Hopefully all these guys stay well out of the way. Officer Duffy hoping to get himself up somewhere close to the top 10.
I think he might jump quite a few positions here, and he does.
P11.
He gets a P11. And Pedro disqualified from the session.
So that is session over. So Glock takes yet another pole.
And Pedro falls down to the back of the grid because of that as well.
Oh, was that for facing the wrong way because of the spin? Ah, yikes. So it's Glock
Mitch
from Laser, Ramavager top 3, Pelly P4, Jelly 5, Fletcher 6, Lee Nell 7, Potatoes 8, Special Energy 9, Chopper Harris P10, Doofy P11, SBW P12, Surge P13, Shivmeister P14, Mitch P15, Pedro P16. And look at the cars. Look, it's almost like team by team by team.
Yeah. McLaren 3rd and 4th.
Mike says,
McLaren
Pedro. Sorry, Jensen, what were you saying there about McLaren?
So McLaren 3rd and 4th. No, actually, no. I've probably got the colours wrong now. But
yeah, the orange and yellow is very close to each other. It's,
so McLaren,
I've done the
AlphaTauri, Mercedes, then AlphaTauri, Renault, McLaren.
Yep, and then the two Ferraris, two Ferraris, two Racing Points, and two Red Bulls. Yeah. So there is the grid, guys. The people can't turn down a wet quali. I knew you wouldn't, Glock. I bloody knew you wouldn't. So the guys will go on their a custom 5-minute break to get toilet, refreshment, whatever they may need.
This wet quali could possibly separate people from where we expect them to drive pace.
Yes, we could see a very interesting race here.
Some people might have benefited from the wet quali, could put them slingshot into the position.
Yeah. So I will be back in about 60 seconds, Jensen, if you bear with me, and to chat.
Cool.
So I am back. Why do I see lights?
And
Who readied up? Oh no.
What's happened here?
So I think that might be a lobby restart.
And Shiv Meister has gone. Pelly's still on the grid, so yeah, I think that might do. Glock is also still on the grid. So Pelly and Glock's stranded on the grid there. Pelly's gone.
Pelly's away, but I think...
Yeah,
I think that's going to be a restart, guys.
Yeah. Surely that would be a restart.
Migrate host, so yep, there's Officer Duffy away to quickly restart the session. Do you know who done the ready up?
We could check the stream actually. I'm gonna quickly have a look.
Yeah, you do that.
So it was Laser who readied up.
Oh, epic gamer moment. That is an
So I think
accident.
yeah. Did he know about the 5 minutes?
I'm unsure of that. Yeah, I think that was an I think that's been maybe not filed through.
Nah, Glock, the lobby's gonna be restarted, mate. So.
Yeah, Glock, yeah, don't stress, bro.
Yeah.
Although maybe we should, for you going out in quali. I'm just messing.
Yeah, you have to miss quali in Silverstone, Glock.
Laser's still full committed to crawling to the grid. I'm not sure he knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I think someone needs to message him and tell him.
Yes.
I don't know about the other people as well. Is it still only Laser? Is anyone else driving in the session?
So I think maybe the invites are falling out for the drivers now.
Most people come.
So Laser, if you can hear stream, it's a restart, bro, just if you wonder what's going on. You should get an invite. We're going to see Laser go off like a bullet here. But there is the invitation.
Yep.
So if you just bear with us, chat, the race will be back in a little second.
Yeah, it's just filing in the lobby.
So, this is me into spectate. I can drop Pele a fresh invitation as well. In their Hoofdmenu. That means.
Luckily, it's not that stressful. I think you just need to get the grid order done, and don't matter what tyres people go for, because of course it was an intermediate quali.
Yes. 2 subs away. So guys, if you're watching while you got a little break, if you haven't already, please drop a like on the video and sub to the channel. Very close to 100 subs, it would be greatly appreciated from you all. Hadn't even got a strategy sorted. Maybe that's what we should make you do, Glock. You're not allowed to look at the strat screen. You just got to go. Oh no, you need to put setup on.
What tyres the game puts.
Although Glock would probably still show down me a balance setup.
I think the balance setup here, if we're losing only about a second. So.
Should put some right in the ballpark, I guess.
That should be, if Glock ever was gonna race next season, if he does, he has to run a balanced setup for every race. That will probably be an interesting one. That.
And the guys having some banter there in the chat as well between themselves for the ready up. So it's good to see that it doesn't really break the driver's spirits. So. Before we get into the race, gents, and things to watch at China, I think lap 1 is critical to how your race plays out. Critical in the sense of staying out of trouble. It's a very tricky first couple of corners to go through in a big bunch of cars. Dirty air provokes a lot of understeer and front end wash, and that can easily drift you out into tagging another driver or picking up some wing damage yourself. And then turn 1 compresses into the apex for turn 2. Which also becomes a very tricky corner, and if everybody's get through there clean, you then have the big braking zone of 4, sorry. So,
yes.
Getting through the first 4 corners is key to going on to have quite a successful race at China. With it being wet, obviously they have free tyre choice, so it'll be interesting to see how the strategy differs across not just the top 10 but the full grid this time. We could see the top 10 and I don't see many the softs don't bear very well here. I think most drivers, if
yeah.
they can now, and where you don't need to use it,
they burn out very quickly, don't they?
They will probably avoid, I would think, the softs now, because maybe somebody further back looking to make some gains and pray for an early safety car. I think if you're praying for an early safety car to make gains, soft is the tyre you probably want to be on.
But if you're in position,
yeah, you definitely need to be on a more stable, either medium or hard tyre.
Yeah, I expect. I don't see anyone really going for the soft start. I only see.
Even Glock says there are no go in the pad, so he probably see Glock trying to stay away from softs as much as he can. And as we say, with free tyre choice across the full grid, I don't think you'll see anybody use them. Maybe anybody beyond the P14 mark trying to make gains early and hope for a safety car. Otherwise, the strat just won't work. You'll get good lap pace for 2 laps and then it literally crumbles. If you're conservative, you get 5 good laps and then the pace is just not in the tyre. Big load traction zones make it very difficult. This race has been great. I think we're waiting on one driver.
I think we're waiting on I've forgotten his name.
Is one of our new guys or an old guy?
Shivmeister.
No, Shivmeister's here.
Yeah, he just joined. I think that's it.
Oh yeah, that's us now, yep.
Yeah. Just needs to get the Ferrari.
What do we make of Mike as a human being? I think he's very Irish and potato-like.
Yeah, a bit. Of an Irish person.
But in the whole, he's a good bag of crisps, I guess. I don't think he's quite a Walker's crisp though. I don't rate him that highly. Maybe
more of a snack, right?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I was thinking more maybe Asda or Smart Price. I don't know, but I guess. And ugly. He likes Guinness. He's about the size of a pint of Guinness, Glock, because he's a leprechaun. He also has a very white head. I'm sorry, Mike. We love you in all forms. Right, don't tell anyone. He's a letdown to Ireland. So the guys won't take as long a break this time. They will run a couple of minutes just to get their setup set. Tyres on. Although the tyres, they'll probably be set for a pretty solid strategy for the game anyway. So setup is critical, and then they will get going. For what I hope that you think you're going to get punted into turn 1 SPW? Hopefully not. That's me and Jensen were just saying that turn 1 through 4 is critical to you having a strong race or a poor race. Unless of a safety car. If there's a safety car, the first few laps can at any instance irrelevant. Although maybe it doesn't feel irrelevant to the guy in the incident, but if you don't get through the first few corners clean, and there's no safety car, it'll be a long evening, for sure.
Mike says, Pedro, you're a letdown to England.
Oh, that's
I mean,
that's a sucker punch.
Wrong. I mean, I don't think Pedro would take offence to that because he's not from England. Oh no,
yeah, Mike, that is a bad. Yeah, Jensen's spot on there. Telling a Scottish person they're a letdown to England is you're pretty much saying you hate England, and I don't think that bothers Pedro too much. That was the leprechaun in you.
Hates England anyway.
Either that or the potato brain. Oh, and Shivmeister's readied up straight away, so I think it's going to be go or no. So guys, if you haven't already, you need to get these setups on. ASAP, set up.
15 seconds, go now, get that on right now. it'll probably be when time I say 15 seconds, it'll probably be like 8 or 7 seconds due to the stream delay. So, I mean, yeah, there we go. There's the timer. Whoever's not got a setup, imagine if the front guys haven't got a setup. That would be make it interesting.
I'm pretty sure that they got a good minute there.
So
I would have a setup. You maybe don't get tyre sorted, but the tyre strat I think so. Let's actually check that out.
top 10 medium tyres, and wow, Otl Doofy and Mitch.
He
on
is trying the softs.
Wow. And SPW and Surge both going for the hards as well. So those two trying the hards. SFR, Otl Doofy and Mitch trying the soft. Everyone else going for the simple hards to mediums to hards. Oh my gosh, getting the words jumbled up there. But yeah.
It'd be really nice as a spectator if I could move the spectator stuff about as well, because I'd like to put the track map in the bottom left that's already filled up and clear up the right hand side of the screen, but oh well.
So whose turn is it this week then?
I think it's yours, Jensen, for lights out, and I will keep an eye further back.
Yeah.
And come in if there's any big incidents.
Yeah, we need to know when there's any big crashes. Of course, don't want any big crashes. We want as many people in this race as possible, but it's gonna be a lot of teammates.
Big gap between, think it's Chopper, Harris, and Dr. Special Energy. 10 Collins.
Oh, he almost went in the back of him, and I think everyone's back closer to it together now. Laser leaving the gap here to Glock. That made the difference for him. The guys on the hards have to really get the temperatures in. They've got a harder job than anyone else. Otl Doofy and Mitch don't have to do much really with the temperatures. Everyone lined up on the grid now. And so we know the championship is already decided, both drivers and constructors, so it's just racing for fun. Probably the commentators said in Bahrain yesterday, the actual F1. And picking the lights, we got 5 lights on here in China, and I think it's go. The puff is smoke all behind them, and it's a good start for Glock. And there's been a big crash in the background. That's Mitch, probably collected by the Mercedes, all going side by side on turn 1. Jelly, a brilliant start up to P3. I think, and he's side by side with Renault, and they're both hitting each other's front wings there. It's all Constantino back up all the way down to 14th, and Mitch, very unfortunate there, and he's gone off as well coming to turn 1. It's a lot of overtakes.
So once to note there, Jensen, out of the start, SPW and his hard compound tyre managed to get up 4 positions. We've seen this many times from SPW, a very good starter on that harder compound of tyre. Now let me just check the other hard compound. It's Surge, and he gained 3 off the start as well, further back in the field. Pedro up 3. Lee Nell lost 8 off the start, so I don't know if he had a big incident or maybe just struggled in traction and got swarmed.
I think he might have had an incident with Mitch, I don't know. But Mitch, he's got big wing damage, he's struggling through the corners and that. Oh, it's just really unfortunate to see that.
And here further back, I think from Pele and beyond, let's see, we've got Jelly being closed in by Ramavaj. Jelly goes to the outside to defend. Ramavaj going to try and send it round the outside. I think Jelly's going to have that one covered up, but Ramavaj needs to watch now because Fletcher might have the run, not quite this time. And they carry on in the train.
Yeah. Look at Shivmeister just got past Pedro, and Glock sets the fast lap, of course, starting the race.
And there's Pedro going to come back on Shivmeister now, because Shivmeister has a big moment through the last corner.
What's happened? Wait, is that yellow flag is me? I thought that. And Ramavaj, what's happened to him? He's.
I think we're having the glitch, our usual glitch.
Yeah. Glock and Laser, they lead the field, and Laser not letting him get away.
So let's stay on board with the leaders until everything rectifies in the timing screens, because that is hell of annoying. It's our usual starting shenanigans from Codemasters. So a very close fight, breaking out ahead is pretty much Glock against Laser, and then the rest of the pack. And we've had a moment there for Jelly further back.
Jelly's out. No. Oh. And he's crashed in the middle sector. It's a full
safety car out.
Mitch has been saved here, and I think that is what Mitch really needed there. And he's going to be back on the pack, and he's going to be absolutely happy with that, I reckon. But Jelly is out of the race.
So I don't know if he maybe just lost the rear of the car there, or maybe a side by side. I'm unsure.
I'd say either a Ramovage or Kelly. Must be side by side with. This is interesting. SPW is in 6th place after that start. He's made absolute gains from that start. Surge up to 9th as well. And also Doofy not getting much on the softs. He's going to surely pit under this safety car, as well as, well, Mitch is already pitted for mediums.
Now what do you think Doofy goes for the hards and tries to just go to the end here?
It's a big risk, and Shivmice is out. And what's happened to him?
Has he dropped that out the last corner?
That's a very weird. He's on the racing line as well. Oh, can we please? I want to see that. What's happened to his car?
That is interesting for sure.
We didn't get to as well. But
so Pedro now from the back of the grid, one of the biggest gainers out with SPW. He's up 6 positions from all the guys taking the pits. He's now up inside the top 10 and looking to make some more gains. SPW and his hard compound tyre, that safety car, it probably plays more into the medium guys than SPW's hands. But we know he's good early when the tyres are cold. SPW is scarily strong. So that could be the difference of him making some positions early in the restart.
I mean,
Laser, we know, will take the fight to Glock yet again. Glock wasn't really breaking away. I think the gap was within the second.
Yeah.
So
I don't know about the strategies here. I don't know if the mediums are the favourable tyre under the safety car. I think the hards might be the right tyre to be on. And they could possibly extend it to the softs at the end. Depends if they want to go for it. They might go for the early medium for the extra pace, which would probably be the preferred strategy. And yeah, when the hard guys pit, the gap's not going to be very big, so it's going to be quite a decent one for them.
So I think we could have. I'm hoping safety car will come in this lap. Mitch is just coming round to the back straight. I think these guys will just be into sector 2 just as Mitch is coming across the line, so it won't be far away.
So Adam, he's on the hard tyres. He's known very well for really being good at saving the tyres, working them a distance, so you never know what can happen. You probably might be able to do this on the hards.
Let's see, did anybody get any penalties? None thus far.
Yeah, no penalties, people. It's not a very easy track to get penalties, actually.
Speak for yourself. I can pick them up very easily myself.
So, no warnings.
Evening notches.
Laser. And Heli, 2 warnings on lap 1, might be collisions. Warning for Jay Fletcher, 1 for SPW. And going down the order.
We are doing good, mate, you? Doing good. Welcome as always.
4 warnings for Shiv, nice that he's out. And yeah, Dr. Special Energy is 3 warnings as well, so I think Oh my god, what's just happened here in the safety car?
Noxious, well, we're coming to a season end soon, so we'll maybe see about getting you for a trial if you're still into, if you're genuinely serious that you are not the way you were, and we'll maybe get you for a trial and see if we can get you on board. So it is going to be another lap of the safety car. Did you already say that, Jensen?
No.
Mitch
didn't. No, I didn't say that, but yeah, Mitch didn't catch up in time. From safety car 2 come in. He had to catch up by sector 3. To be fair though, he had a 50-second. No, he didn't even have a 50-second. He had almost a lap of a gap.
So Noxious, I still have you in PSN, so PlayStation, so I will be in touch to sort something out. You have my word on that. So this will be the lap. Safety car will come in this lap.
Yeah, everyone's sorted out in order now.
It's just a slow lap under the safety car. 35 seconds, really 36 seconds just for sector 1.
It's very horrendous. Boring early on in the race. It's very exciting at the end though.
Yes.
If it comes out at the end. But it's, yeah, I hate it when it comes out early.
I think 90% of the time when I'm racing and it comes out early, it usually absolutely shafts my strategy as well, so... So Officer Doofy's actually lost none and managed to get out on a new set of hards. Just noticed that there, I forgot he pit off the soft, so...
He lost... Well, he was running P10, he did lose one to Pedro, I think, coming into the pits, so it's not too bad for him. And he knows he could probably go to the end on the tyres, and 6th car in this lap.
As we predicted.
Yeah. I mean, I've made a set of hards go from lap 7, I think, to lap 28 with 60%, so I reckon
you could probably, you could probably get the extra 2 laps in.
I'd say you'll be hitting about mid-60s maybe?
Yeah, something there, maybe 70% maximum. So Glock weaves, warming the tyres. It's a big tactic from the drivers, this weave, and then pick up the throttle and catches them off guard. Glock's quite clever in his restarts as well. He knows times to pick where guys will struggle more.
Yeah, but it's when the safety car actually comes in though. And Glock really is not on the power that much, and there he goes.
So that is a good and there's
penalty.
But that will be removed, so the guys just need to keep their head down there. I think that's just one of these small touches.
And Glock's got the perfect restart he needed. He's got over a second to laser. He has to keep it for the next 2 laps. It's not the easiest task. And look
there's,
at Penny,
oh my god,
Revanche.
Potatoes and SPW going wheel to wheel there.
And Jay Fletcher trying to get on the inside, but he's not. And Penny's got a penalty. I think he's got a penalty for track limits, maybe.
Oh, maybe you can check that one out quickly, Jensen.
He does.
So the restart is Glock from Laser, from Pele, Ramovage P4, Fletcher P5, SPW P6, Fletcher and SPW. Both get 5-second time penalties, but they will be removed at the end of the race. OMG Potatoes P7, Chopper Harris 8, Surge 9, Pedro 10, Officer Doofy 11, Lionel 12, Special Energy 13, and Mitch P14. Glock and Laser checking out, but Glock has actually broke the DRS gap this time. Something he never done even in the first couple of laps at the start of the race, so it'll be interesting to see how that one plays out.
Glock, he broke it on the restart actually. He got us over a second on coming out of the final corner. And it's sort of stayed the same the whole lap. Laser has to keep the gap down. Glock's using a lot more energy as well. So Glock's really trying to push the gap. But even if he pushes the gap, I think Laser will probably close it in, and there goes Glock, the fastest lap of the race. 33.7, that's a decent early lap for him as he goes through sector 1 once again. And he's got the gap to Laser now, so Laser's got some work to do.
There's Pedro and Officer Duffy now starting to have a bit of a showdown for the back in the pack. I don't think Pedro got the better drive out of two. Lee Nell right behind them as well. Oh, Pedro's went deep, that's going to open the door for Duffy. Oh!
It was very close to that. Lino locked up, he almost went right into the back of him.
Let's watch this Pele battle into the back straight. Oh, that's went to the wrong car.
Ram is right on the back of him here. There's no DRS yet. Next lap will be time, but is he going to get the move done prior to it? Kelly, he hasn't used much energy, really.
Oh, Ramavage went a little wide, he nearly snapped and dropped the car under oversteer. That's going to give Pele, I think, the run down into the hairpin, making that one big movement to the left to try and break the toe, or to the right, sorry, and back across the track. Very fair.
That's a warning as well. Ramavage.
Let's go further back. We've got SPW all over. Oh my god, Potatoes all over the back. SPW with DRS now enabled, so this might be the time for Potatoes to get the move done. Oh, you won't get it in this main straight, but I think he's going to try and send it. SPW defends the inside line.
And
that's going to push him wide, that clip of the grass.
And is he? Oh, he's not going to lose 2 places there. Chopper Harris a bit too far back. Look at SPW, he's trying to come back here. Potatoes here, but Potatoes got the position. And he will take P6.
But that gives SPW the DRS advantage. Oh, and SPW sends one down the inside.
Ooh.
He's went too deep though, he tried a big move, fair play. He's going to retain his position, he just needs to get himself back on circuit and creep back up to that DRS zone.
He might be a bit annoyed with the penalty that he got under the safety car.
Just needs to keep his head down, not worry about it.
Yeah.
It's definitely a removable penalty, it's just one of the crappy ones. Stunter Special Energy gets a time penalty for multiple warnings, so that is a valid track limits penalty.
So SPW, he's going full send at Potatoes here. He's got DRS and overtake. I see a move coming into the hairpin here, and there he goes. He goes for a slip and send it. And
nice try from SPW, but oh my god, Potatoes gets the cutback.
Yeah, SPW derated. It's a yellow flag. It's Mercedes Lee now. He is around at the hairpin, and he is going to rejoin back in 13th place. And Ram has got past Pelly and Jay Fletcher as well, all the back of him. And a very big moment on the traction zone there. They all got a
Pelly trying to come back.
Pelly really, he's doesn't want this position to be lost here. He's not giving up on this. Maybe a bit too hastily. He just stick there with the DRS if he wanted to, 4th straight. Don't want to risk himself losing any wing or anything to Ram. And look at Laser as well. Laser is over the back of block now. Laser, he's on the overtake, and he's out doing the DRS. He's not going to get by though.
Pedro's rear tyre starting to struggle a little now. He was struggling through that second to last.
Fletcher, is he sending one? No, he's not. He thought about it, but he backed right into
Chopper Harris and SPW now side by side. SPW defends the inside line. Small touch there.
That was a very close little touch there from Chopper Harris and SPW. And
is Chopper Harris going to come for another move here? I don't think he's going to be close enough.
Yeah, and Jake Fletcher's past Pelly as well. Pelly's lost out.
And SPW gets that wider line again, and it's going to give Chopper Harris the outside line for turn 2. It's probably not the place you want to be. Small wheel bang there, but SPW is able to pick up the throttle better. But Chopper Harris now has a run. Is he going to make a move down into the move? SPW covers the inside.
He's going to try and do a Vettel move, and and SPW is just covering off that outside line there.
And all the meanwhile, Surge and Pedro slowly creeping up onto the back of this fight, along with Officer Doofy. So, about to be a battle for big position gains between 5 drivers as Pedro picks up his penalty. First penalty of the race.
Didn't go wide there. He didn't go wide out of that left kink as well. I think he might have either cut the corner a bit too much, or he might have gone wide at the first part of that. And he's struggling a bit on those tyres. He's on the overtake a bit too much there. And there goes Chopper Harris through into P7.
SPW, he's too far back this time to send one.
Oh, Chopper Harris
is went deep. Is going to give SPW the run. Oh, Chopper Harris! Oh, Chopper Harris has dropped the car. That may be a safety car. And if it's a safety car, it's going to really help the medium run tyres at the moment. I don't think it is. It's a VSC out. So is there any guys that can capitalise? Mitch, I think. Mitch gets a free stop, so he's probably going to jump in and take the hards now.
Yeah,
Doctor
Mitch,
Special Energy as well.
A huge safety car pit stop for Mitch there. Surely hard tyre is out, and looking the Red Bull
it's another medium.
So sticking on.
Oh, but he started on the softs, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and Pedro just gets a drive through for speeding under VSE.
Oh, that is really.
I think he's got back on throttle too early, and it's been in the red as the restarts went, and that's gave him the penalty.
Now look at the leaders here. Lasers line up another move attempt. Glock is not getting away with this one. It's the first time.
Here comes Laser
really
now. Glock pulls to the inside to defend. Here it comes. Round the outside. Glock will break late with him. Laser's going to try and get the cut back. Glock's going to cover it off and say, nope, not today. You're in my territory this afternoon. And Glock bails to the pits. That maybe catch Laser out a little bit. Don't think too much.
Laser might go for the in-lap here. This is either an undercut or an overcut. Glock undercutting to keep the position, or Laser overcutting to possibly jump in the pits.
1 second, sorry Jensen. I am getting spammed.
Also, Doofy running a good race as well. He is running. He's running 4 seconds ahead.
So guys, sorry for the invitations. My sister is, it's just not even funny, man.
So 3.5 seconds. Glock is to Officer Doofy. Officer Doofy is the net race leader.
So guys, sorry.
At the moment.
Sorry, somebody sent me about 50 invitations.
Oh. And look at Glock. Glock's going. He's hurrying up Lee Nell here. I don't think this is going to be a troubled move for Glock. He's going to move up to 9th. And he's next got Adam, Officer Doofy in P8 for taking. And here comes Laser. Laser into the pits for hards. As Glock lost time, Glock might have lost the lead here. That pit stop is putting behind the guys. They're going to come out side by side. Glock, no, he's going to get out of ahead. of Laser, and Laser, he has to get on the inside, he has to get past Lino. Lino fighting the position, and he's fighting it all the way here. That's not good for Laser. And there's a yellow flag behind there. I think it's Pelly and Jay Fletcher. Pelly's jumped Jay Fletcher in the pit, and Pedro serving. Pedro pitting tyres. So I think he must have got rid of his penalty.
That's just completely ruining the stream. So I'm sorry, guys. That's really annoyed me as well, because it's blocking out the gap up front, and I'm missing everything that's happened there. And Glock's going to go through an Officer Doofy on the inside.
Yeah, Glock, he takes back the left.
1 second. I need to turn this. Keep talking, Jensen. I need to turn these notifications off.
Ramavage has pitted, and he will get out far ahead of that Jay Fletcher Pelly battle. And there goes Laser, goes through past Officer Doofy. Officer Doofy more or less let him through there. So the battle between Laser and Glock is going to continue. Laser has to get past Surge, and that battle will commence again. SPW is the next car for Glock, and that's not going to be the easiest car to overtake.
No, and I'm sure SPW may be trying to take this to the end. Is he one of the guys?
Laser is 2.5 seconds behind Glock here. Surge on the old hards, he's almost at the end of his stint. He'll be going on to the medium tyre.
There goes Laser up the inside, and that's going to cost such a small wiggle that might give a moth happen to Chopper Harris, if you don't mind me asking. He dropped it at the hairpin. Hairpin,
he dropped it at the hairpin, didn't he? And so Laser goes up to third, and SPW has already lost the lead to Glock. Glock is already through.
Yes, Mr. Shadows, he got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Or the VSC, because he's a donkey. He's getting a lot of understeer in that Harler compounded tyre as well. So where is the gaps? Got Linell is in the pits, so Ramavage and that resume their positions.
Yep. Laser is now 3 seconds behind Glock. Not where he wanted to be. He was not far back, he was only about a second when he came out of the pits, but it's just the traffic that cost him a bit there. Surge and Officer Doofy. This is an interesting battle. I might be spicing up.
He does eat soup with a fork, he's that type of person.
Here comes Adam. He's on the back of Surge here. Adam looking good for a podium here if he keeps the pace. And he's on the overtake, he's on DRS.
And there he goes, through to P4 now for Surge.
Yeah, there's not much defending there for Surge. Oh, he's going straight back in. Also doing that gap wide open. But Officer Doofy's going to keep that position just, and SPW
Surge's going to get the move back on. I don't think so. He has a big ERS advantage, so if he wanted to, he could make that move.
Yeah, he's close to the pit stop. If he carries on, I think that shows he might go for the softs. Yes,
that could be a good, if he can take that to about 23, maybe another 6, 7 laps. Jump to the soft and be super quick at the end compared to some of the guys on circuit, that's for sure.
SPW down to P10.
That was so it shows you the pack has been pretty compressed for the majority of the race, Jensen. And that shows even pitting from P2.
That is a big mountain to climb back for SPW. Because he was running P3 when he came into the pits, just behind Laser. And now, if you look at the gap now, it's 32.5 seconds. He lost almost 30 seconds in that single pit stop.
The Surge and Officer Doofy, but let's watch Pelly and Fletch. Is Pelly in DRS range? Yes, he is. Is he going to be close enough to get a move? I don't think 7.5 tenths is close enough. I think you're about somewhere around about the half a second mark to really get the move done into the hairpin.
Well, Surge carrying on, so I think this is going to be a one-stop to hard notes, hard softs. Which might work. It might work. He might be waiting for a safety car. Maybe he might be going for this soft strategy for a fast lap or something. Whatever's happening, Glock could be under threat of losing that maximum points record.
Yes.
Even if he's leading, Laser's catching up to him. You have several drivers that are going to be on new tyres as well.
So what do you think Officer Doofy does here? He's in P3, he's pulling away from Surge, he's not been massively caught by Ramavash who's on a new set of hards. Does he try and take them 24 laps and go to the end?
If he does,
he's got nothing to lose, right?
If he does pit, he's going to fall down to 11th.
And is that a position he'd probably want to be in? I wouldn't think so.
No. He's going to be losing way too much if he does pit. Surge sticking in the DRS. I don't think he got DRS actually that time around. So his block starts lap 18. We've got 11 laps to go of this race. And Surge does carry on, so I think, yeah, hard to soft must be what he's going for at. Ramavaj is in P5. He's got a 5-second gap from him to Adam.
On SPW served his penalty in the pits, didn't he? That's why he lost so much time. That makes sense. He had a 5-second time penalty for the collision on the safety car that he would have to serve in the pit stop. So I understand why he drove with elbows out afterwards, because he really had to defend as much as he could.
Yeah. So Ramavaj is catching up to this little battle here. Running P5, it looks like he's on course for finishing a podium. Maybe. But yes, I overtake Adam as well.
Officer Doofy sitting very nice on the ERS. He's got a nice advantage to the two guys behind. Ramavaj has none, so that also plays into Doofy's favour.
Yeah, and he's got a Ferrari in between them as well. For probably at least the next 3 laps.
Officer Doofy just needs to stay nice and smooth here, and he possibly brings home a podium.
Surge pits. So he goes as long as he can. Is this going to be mediums or softs?
I think softs is a big ask.
Yeah, it's definitely a big ask. This medium tyres it is for Surge. So he really took those hards long, and he's going to be pitting for mediums since he's dropped down to P11, maybe.
Might even be 12 here.
Maybe. No, he might get out ahead of Special Energy.
Yeah, I think he is.
P10. So, and look at SPW's only 2 seconds ahead of him. SPW hasn't had a good run on those tyres. He's struggled. Seems the Hards is his better race tyre.
He is very good on the hard tyre.
Yeah. And it's very interesting to see someone struggle on such a soft tyre as well. And he might lose out his P9 Surge, because Surge is already in the DRS range, almost.
So Officer Duffy has built that ERS tank up to 50%. Now, Ramavaj has none. That makes Ramavaj's overtaking opportunities very minimalistic, even with the DRS zone. Officer Duffy just needs to make till he sees Ramavaj get closing in, deploy the overtake, and he will counteract the DRS pretty well if Ramavaj does not have overtake to deploy with it.
Yeah. Ramavaj, he's gonna save the energy now. And it's a yellow flag in sector 3, and it is Mitch, and he's gone off track. And it's been just a race of bad luck for him and Pedro.
So we have a kind of group P7 to P10, even Dr. Special Energy and P11 slowly starting to compress, so that tends to be the OTL way. We do tend to see 3 to 5 drivers in a big fight near the end of the race.
Laser's close to the gap, down to 2.2 now.
So there, Ramavaj, no deployment left. DRS will open.
2.1.
Officer Duffy will deploy to counter. And he just needs to make sure he counters in the DRS zones, and it's going to be very hard. Sector 3 is something at the moment.
Renault, it's Pelly.
I think it might be Pelly.
Pelly's at the moment. And he's lost a big amount of time to Jay Fletcher, and Potatoes is now on him.
So Officer Duffy going to be under pressure for the last 6 laps of this race. Has any of his advantage to Ramavaj, although he's still deploying hard through the straights. So he's going to make it hard. Potatoes on Pelly after Pelly's mistake. Can he close up, maybe get a move done? We have another gap as well. Who is this? Oh, I think it's Ramavaj and Officer Duffy. I think Mitch is just in there as a back marker as well. We've got Surge now all over the back of SPW. Jensen, that fight that you said could possibly come because SB looked to be struggling a little in the medium compound. He's going to...
Oh, that was very close there, and SPW is spun it through. They might have took a bit too much curb on the left-hander.
He's going to have very hot tyres here, so you'll need to be really careful.
Yeah, the race has gone from bad to worse for SPW.
So it'll be interesting to know why, what suits the driving style of SPW and the hard tyres better. Because I think that's quite unique. And
just to say that, Ramavaj has got past F1 absolutely. And there's Mitch driving through him a little bit there.
And SPW's had enough for the evening. It is one of the curbs that if you just catch the grass, it will just swap the car round. he done really well to hold the slide for so long about Tokyo drifting. Unfortunate for SPW. Really good start to the race as well.
Yeah. And Lasers, that put it down to 1.6 seconds. This might be a little battle. It's gonna spawn here in the last 5 laps of this race. Lasers closed down the gap over the last few laps, and Laser could possibly stop Glock from winning this, possibly.
Yeah, I feel you, SPW. The 5 second penalty. No, SPW, you were not. You were absolutely electric on the hard compound tyres, mate. Watch back the first 10 to 15 laps.
Yeah,
you looked very strong. You're scary fast in the early stages.
Yeah, very good pace on those hards. It looks like the hards might have been the better race tyre overall.
Yeah, I think so.
The
medium just struggled a bit. And you've seen SPW was very much on the pace of the medium guys very quickly, if not lapping faster than them.
Look at the gap at the front, 1.3 seconds. Laser using overtake wherever he can. He's going to get DRS from Pedro as well. That's even
Christmas break coming up, SPW. A couple of weeks away, man. I'm looking forward to it myself. I'm not enjoying my racing much at the moment. It's crash after crash after incident after incident.
So I think that's gonna do Laser really good here. He's got DRS off Pedro. Glock didn't get any from Pedro. Laser is now put it down to 1.1 seconds. Now 1 second. Is he gonna get within DRS range in the final corner? I don't think he has. He's had a little moment coming out of the final corner. And someone going down the straight there, I think
maybe Mitch.
I think that might have been Jay Fletcher had a moment, maybe, I don't know. Mitch has just had a penalty. Laser's lost a bit of time here. Glock has saved up the energy though. That might be the reason that Laser's closed in quite a bit. Glock saved up the energy for the defence here.
That's one way to look at the SPW on my days.
Laser needs to close in the gap under a second, getting the DRS. If he doesn't, within the next few laps, he might have lost the chance. This.
Lee Nell closing in on OMG Potatoes as well. Him looking to get himself inside the top seven in the closing laps of the race.
Yeah, Laser purple sector 2 as well. He's setting personal best.
Let's see if he can creep into that DRS zone. Is he in it? I don't think quite.
Yeah, look at the energy deployment as well. Laser's used everything. He's 0%. And look at Glock. He's on 50% coming into the corner. Glock has done this very well.
So that back marker of Pedro overtaking Laser might actually be a small blessing in disguise for Laser, although it's a distraction. He's actually allowed him to pick up some DRS, and that's what Pedro I think was going for. He was going for that extra point, and very well done there to Pedro.
Well, very, very good job there by Pedro there.
And then very fairly goes for his fastest lap and gets straight out the way of the lead battle to not cause any more infliction, which I think that's reasonably fair with ghosting on.
Yeah, Laser's also, he's lower on fuel than you think. He is yellow, his fuel bar there. Glock just has to watch the gap. If it goes under a second, he just
on Officer Doofy's pit. Oh, is this a little challenge of fastest laps? As Officer Doofy gave up the position to take that away from Pedro? That would be mean, or maybe the tyres just gave up.
Little personal errand for Adam there. And there's a penalty for Laser. He cut the corner a bit too much, and that is cost him the win for sure. That has. And
I think you just jinxed it. I think you did SPW. Sorry, Jensen. I was engaging with chat. SPW he says Adam's doing good, and just as that, he's in the pits and down in P9.
Laser took too much of that corner there, and just as he got in DRS, he didn't have to push through that corner. He just had to keep it good. He just had to stick in the DRS. He could have saved the energy for a final lap push at it, but no. He's now running P2 with a penalty, and he's have to.
And look at this, we have Lee Nell, OMG Potatoes, both on the back of Pele.
Yeah, this is a battle for P5. Pele at the moment is going to be losing out. He's going to be losing out down to almost Officer Dookie as well.
Oh, that's a good point. Officer Duffy could still get something out of this race if he can close up on that gap in this lap.
He could possibly get
P5
Pele.
Could be there.
I don't say P5 looking at the gaps, but I'd say at least P8, no P7 for Officer Dookie. I think
just stay with this battle at the moment. It's the most relevant one on circuit, although Laser is within 7/10 of.
Yeah, he's got a penalty, isn't he? To Laser. The Glock's only got one warning. Glock just has to keep it good. There's going to be no fastest lap for him this time. But it will, at the moment, be his 12th win in a row.
Yes.
He keeps this in 2 more laps.
So let's go on board with this fight on the Lee Nell Potatoes Pele battle. Oh, that's a nice view of the back of the car. You see the DRS pop open, there she goes. And hopefully we'll get to see in front and see how much he's gaining. Not quite this time, where we get a nice big frame drop as we switch cameras. Typical Codemaster zone. Potatoes has a big oversteer moment. That's going to allow Lee Nell to close in the gap, which gives Lee Nell a big opportunity through this last corner, but he gets a lot of understeer from the dirty air in front, which causes him to completely miss the apex and cost him time.
That fastest lap with a 32.0. That is game on for Pedro there, but it's not really enough time. I think he's paid for another set of new tyres. He's just...
Oh, so so that's how it is between them. I see, we have some gamesmanship of fast lap challenges going on between Officer Duffy and Pedro. They've said, my races went wrong anyway, so I'm getting something out of this. Fair play, it gives us something to keep an eye on as well, so Pedro will have a lap or two to have a go. He seems to be building all energy that he possibly can, not using overtake button as much as possible. Maybe if he can stay close to Fletch, he'll get DRS as well.
So here comes the final lap then. Laser, he's over the back of Glock here. Glock still that one warning. He's looking favourite here. I bet Laser wants to try and win this on track. He wants to submit his challenge to Glock here. And yeah, he's done a very good job, Laser, as he's pulled back a 3-second gap late on into the DRS. And yeah, it gives something Glock to worry about, at least.
Yes, he's definitely not just drove off into the distance and had to stop thinking about it. Although I don't think he's drove much a different race, he's definitely been more aware this race, I can guarantee that. We'll go back on board with this Potatoes. Is Potatoes going to get a moving Pele into turn 1 here? I don't think he's quite close enough. And Officer Duffy now right on this fight with Surge and Lee Nell.
Yeah, he's
and he's switching up the inside. Surge lets him go, he needs to be careful. Oh, don't get on the throttle too early. Small bit of contact. But he's looking to make moves in this last lap. Lee Nell snatches a big lock up in his hard tyres, so we have battles as OTL tends to all over in the last lap of the race.
Laser's lost the gap there to Glock. Glock's going to come around the final corner. Glock's gonna win a 12th race of the season, and that wasn't the easiest one. Laser P2, good race from him as well. Glock doesn't get fastest laps, so it's not a maximum points for Glock.
No, we tend to run 2020 cars, but here can Potatoes get this move done in Pelly. Pelly's went a little wide here, and this is going to be the chance to get a move done in the main straight. Pelly's going to need to be careful. ERS deployment's pretty even, so it's going to be down to the DRS, and as it opens, he's gaining fast. Pelly moves to the inside to defend. Let's see on the brakes, can he be later? Yes, he is. Is it going to hold the inside line? Tries for the switchback, not quite there, and just behind as well, we've got Surge going really deep. Officer Doofy all over the back. I think Pelly's going to hold on to P5 just, but he will drop that out, and he picks up a second time penalty there for and that's going to drop him way down the order. It does. P9. So it's Glock from Laser, from Ramavaj, Fletcher P4, Potatoes P5, Surge 6, Lean L7, Doofy P8, Pelly P9, Dr. Special Energy P10, Pedro P11, Mitch P12, and I have no idea if Pedro took the fastest lap because there was too much going on.
Nah, Pedro didn't get it, unfortunately.
And Surge gets the game driver of the day. Good race.
Oh, that was an exciting race, that.
It was a good race. There was battles all
Good
over, the normal lull in the middle, and then it explodes for the last couple of laps. So, can we get guys in for a chit chat? I just got an error. Did that? Just trying to send invitations. Let me see if we can get the guys in for a chat. Who was P3? Ramavash. Nice, we'll see if any of them join. They may or may not. You don't feel obliged to join for an interview, guys, but if yous would like to, we are here for a chat. See how your race went. We will give yous a minute or so. There's a lot left to session, so maybe they'll join. We will see. Don't want to leave it too long. While we're waiting to see if anybody join, let's talk driver of the day, Jensen. I think it's your call this week.
That is a hard one. Cool. It's a very, like, I'd say it's unfortunate for Laser because he got that penalty, but he also had Ramavaj, you had Adam with the fastest lap, you had Serge with 5 places gained, who else is there, you had, it's quite a lot of people. I don't know who to give it to. Like,
you need to decide.
Well, I don't know.
Chat, anybody watching, will we ask chat? Will we ask chat? Jensen, who should be picked driver of the day? Chat, who should be driver of the day? Come on.
Yeah, just spam
Spam the name.
You're not allowed to vote yourself.
Mike said potatoes, Glock said me.
Glock hasn't got a drive for today.
He hasn't.
Season,
that's a good point, and that's one race where I think he had to control it in a methodical manner and not just maybe think less about the race and just focus on getting to the end. So it's maybe a... If there was ever a race it deserved, maybe that's the one. Glock makes a good shot at Ramovage, first race, podium. What do you
So
think, Jensen? We have 3 independent choices, so nothing is really... Noxious picks God, so that didn't really win. So I think it's going to be on you still.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to make up my mind here, and I'm going to pick Glock, just by the fact it wasn't the easiest race. You're going up against someone brand new to this league, isn't he? He's got, yeah, it was quite a good little drive from him. He was building up the energy for defending come the final part of the race, and he managed to pull the gap out anyway. He didn't lose it on track, kept the win on track as well. So yeah, I'll take Glock.
So there you go, guys. Well done, Glock. Well done for the win. GG's to the new guys. I think all the new guys put on a really good show. Potatoes, Ramovage, Laser. Who else was there? Whoever the new names were, I am unsure. But all the new guys, I think OTL was very happy to have yous. Hope we'll see yous back next week for the last race of the season at Britain. Same time next Monday. And OTL, HOR, sorry, will be back live on this channel on Friday with... I don't even know what circuit it is, but it will be back on Friday, same time as tonight. So we will catch you then, and join Mike and Mitch Friday, guys. Take care.